Now, a prominent Chinese test preparation outfit was sued recently for selling copyrighted material and posting stolen questions on its website. In today's BON feature story, Sylvia Gunawan takes a look at what's being done to prevent future attempts to seek an unfair advantage in applying to business school.
In the competitive world of business school admissions, some students are willing to pay a high price, but it's not the price of hard work. It's a fee they pay to illegally obtain exclusive GMAT material. Disciplinary action has already been taken against China's GMAT cheats. 32 scores from China have been revoked this year, and 24 Chinese test takers have been blocked from retaking the GMAT test for 5 years. One of those cases involves a woman who took the GMAT on 7 different occasions for 7 different people. GMAT is an essential part of the business school admission process. It's used in more than 4,700 graduate business programs in almost 2,000 schools around the world. The council who owns and administers the GMAT test, the Graduate Management Admission Council, or GMAT, recently sued a Chinese test preparation website, passion.org.cn, for providing copyrighted GMAT material to potential candidates for a fee. A Chinese court ordered Passion to remove all copyrighted material from its website, pay GMAT $76,000 in compensation, apologize publicly, and post a warning on its website about the consequences of cheating. No students were sanctioned in this case, though, because GMAT says it was unable to track down those who used the site. Council President David Wilson says the GMAT test opens the door for so many people to go to business school, and that's why cheating is not unique to China, but is endemic all over the world. Given the importance of the test for thousands of schools, Wilson says GMAT has an obligation to ensure a level playing field.
We have to preserve the integrity of the GMAT and all the admission processes around the world, and so we are committed to protecting and detecting and reporting and stopping all such behavior.
This is not the first time GMAT has taken legal action against such websites. Last year, it won a case against now-defunct U.S. website ScoreTop.com. The Aurora, Ohio-based website, which was run by a Chinese native, allowed students to get a sneak peek at so-called live questions that were still in use by GMAT at the time. The site was shut down and 84 students had their test scores revoked. And back in 2003, GMAT won a case against the New Oriental School, China's largest test preparation service, for illegally distributing GMAT preparation material in its classes. In today's fast-moving online landscape, it can be next to impossible to keep track of all illegal GMAT material, but GMAT does its best. It uses web crawling software that scans about 15 million websites every day. And to prevent candidates from using an imposter to represent them during the test, Wilson says test centers now have increased security, including palm vein readers that capture each test taker's imprints. The crackdown simply aims at making sure that those who take the exam don't have an unfair advantage.
If you go in with a 10-meter lead in a 100-meter dash, you have an advantage. And so we make sure that everybody starts at exactly the same time in that 10-meter run.
In a sign of how seriously GMAT is taking cheating, it's even launched livegmatquestions.com for those searching online for shortcuts, warning those looking for real GMAT exam questions to think again. The website details the possible consequences of cheating, which include criminal prosecution. But for some Chinese students, for whom family expectations can be crushing, the temptation is just too much. A high GMAT score could secure a place at a top university and a ticket to a better life. But even if they make it to the school of their dreams, those who don't have the ability are likely to struggle. And aside from all the legal and moral implications, of course, it's only a matter of time before everybody else catches up to them and leaves them far behind. Sylvia Gunawan, BON.
Now, Fergus, this company who's being sued, passion.org.cn, are actually having a press conference, but when we asked for an interview, our request was turned down. They said they prefer to talk about it later when the issue dies down, and this press conference were also not able to attend. They say they're only inviting select local media.
Certainly. Sylvia had more luck talking to David Wilson, who heads up GMAT. He actually said that very few people do attempt to cheat. It's a very, very small number that we're talking about, small number of organisations. And he also added that, in fact, in many cases, the cheaters themselves are being cheated because these so-called live questions, which are apparently provided by these companies, in most cases are not live questions. So they're not questions that are actually being used at the moment. They are, in fact, model questions, past questions, as everybody's used to, ones which can be downloaded from the internet or can be bought by anybody in their local bookshop.
It's certainly underlining the old saying, cheaters never prosper.